Well, now to an Ottawa woman speaking out after spending 8 days in hospital with the measles.
Jada Kelsall says her life was put at risk because of anti-vaxxers and says it's time everyone gets the shot.
CTV's Lathem here with this story tonight. Kathy.
Well, Jada is home tonight. Finally, she says, after 8 days in hospital, most of those in isolation, fighting the measles virus. What's worse, she was vaccinated.
It was supposed to be a trip of a lifetime.
Everything Harry Potter we could find in London. It was amazing.
A trip to London, England, Jada Kelsall says was paid by charity.
It was just surreal. It was so cool to be treated so well.
Something the 36-year-old deserves. She was diagnosed with a rare abdominal cancer 4 years ago.
It's an incurable cancer, so we watch and we wait. I have a few tumors at the moment that haven't grown in about a year and a half now.
Kelsall and her husband Alex De Silva took the trip in mid-March.
I'm going to be having a nap.
About a week after returning, Kelsall just didn't feel right.
I just started to get tired, and then I got really tired, like more than my usual fatigue.
She went to the hospital with a high fever.
And that evening, my partner looked at me and said, "What's on your forehead? Like, what's that on your forehead?"
I just started getting all these bumps, and I thought it was just from sweating and the fever.
And that's when infectious disease was called in to look at me, and they decided to isolate me.
Kelsall was diagnosed with the measles.
Everyone was really baffled, including myself. Like, for me, I laughed at first, honestly, because I was like, that's absurd. I'm vaccinated.
Even though she's vaccinated, the cancer and the operations have weakened her immune system. Kelsall is the second case of measles here in the city, but Ottawa Public Health say the two are not connected and believe Kelsall contracted the virus while overseas.
We have a situation now where children are in danger.
In New York City, the mayor has declared a public health emergency with nearly 300 cases. It's the largest measles outbreak there in almost 30 years. Now mandating vaccinations and threatening fines of up to $1,000 for those who are not vaccinated.
It kind of quickly turned to real concern for who I might have exposed.
Kelsall lives with guilt, even though she knows it's not her fault.
Thank goodness I was vaccinated. Because I was vaccinated, I didn't get nearly as sick as I could have.
And says this should be a wake-up call to anti-vaxxers.
To let people know that I'm not an anti-vaxxer, I'm not somebody who did anything wrong, that I'm an immunocompromised cancer patient, and that this is why we should be vaccinating.
Now, Jada is expected to make a full recovery from the measles, but while in hospital, doctors found another lesion on her abdomen, which means more waiting in her very difficult cancer journey. Graham?
All right, CTV's Lathem reporting live.